We're going to talk about the bigger picture. That's what we're going to talk about. Because I know you've been watching the headlines. Iran, Gaza, the Supreme Court, the big beautiful bill, the LA protests, the crime wave in DC. They look disconnected, like 5 different storms hitting in 5 different directions, but they're not. I need you to see the bigger picture. They're testing grounds for a single system, a domestic control network built in plain sight. On one that can federalize your police, lock your streets, and stop your protests before it's even a crowd. I want you to see how serious it is. DC was just proof of concept. It was no riot, no invasion, just a crime problem. And the president took the city's police out of the mayor's hands like it was nothing. I want you to catch it because LA was the other bookend. It was a major city protest that let him test federal boots on the ground in a metropolis. Now he's got president on both coasts. The Supreme Court is guaranteed to drop rulings every year to put people in the streets. You already know this. The big beautiful bill, same thing. Legislative flashpoints that you can predict like clockwork. That's what it is. All the foreign crises, they bring protests into the Capitol and then give you the national security language to crush them. Every one of these is a trigger. Every delay. I want you to understand what's going on. Every single one of these is a drill. So when the real political flashpoints hit, like an election dispute or a mass mobilization, he's already got the authority, the map, and the muscle ready. Here's the part no one wants to say, that the muscle isn't just the National Guard, it's ICE. Because ICE was never about the border. It was the costume. It's the marketing campaign you swallow so you don't see the skeleton underneath. I want you to understand that ICE is already nationalized, already armed, already in every state, already trained for rapid deployment. They answer to one desk, not 50 governors. So when ICE shows up in your city, they're not there for immigration enforcement because that's the smoke screen. I want you to see it. They're pre-mapping your city. All the choke points, all the transit hubs, all the gathering sites, they're figuring out how to separate you before you even meet, breaking the protest before it's born. They use illegal immigrant so you can pretend, so you could play into the smoke screen of this operation, right? But I want to say this clearly. The situation with the legal immigrants is real. The plight that they deal with is real. They're in a bad situation, and they should have never been treated like this. But their suffering is being repurposed. It's being turned into a cover, a building, for building a federalized riot control apparatus in real time. I want you to understand what's going on. ICE, I said rice, but I'm not even joking. It's riot police. It's a standing domestic army wearing the badge of an immigration enforcement. That's what's happening. And I want you to understand. If one's major swing state city gets caught up in the exact same thing that happened to DC or LA, it will finish the blueprint. One more public safety president in Milwaukee, Atlanta, or Philadelphia, the entire country becomes a grid he can lock down in an hour. I'm not playing. I want you to understand what this means. A march gets announced by noon. At noon. By 1 o'clock, the streets will be sealed. The bridges will be locked. The transit is cut. The choke points are manned. You're not marching toward anything because you're already surrounded. So when the president says there might be something going on down there, we might have to take a look. What he really means is that the switch is about to flip. Right. The network is about to move on the border that they can draw now, and it isn't on a map. It's around you, anytime, anywhere. I want you to understand what's going on because your politicians aren't going to move. They think this shit is temporary. They think it'll only be used in a real emergency. Even when president shows otherwise. President doesn't even look like that. President looks like they're going to benefit from this exact same power, and they believe they'll hold the presidency next and might need to use this. This is how ridiculous they are. And a lot of them ain't even put together the picture, but they treat LA, DC, ICE, court rulings as separate issues. It's the same issue. It is a domestic control apparatus. I just want you to understand. Democrats, listen to me. You fear being soft on crime? You are going to have a network built that is going to directly oppose public safety. I'm just saying this to you. I'm putting the dots together publicly so you can understand. So you can understand that if we don't take action, I want you to understand that these cities, states, we need to prepare injunctions immediately that can be filed within hours of this attempt to take over because we will lose it all. This is how it goes. You wanted to understand the end game. This is the end game. And I don't even feel comfortable about it. I'm just saying what it is. It will move that fast before you even get in your car. They'll have everything choked up. And they've been prepping for it the whole time in your face, creating all the precedent they would ever need. all the presidents that they would ever need to take over everything. That's the whole point of this. You think you've been watching headlines. He's scheduling. He's scheduling just in case you get a little too upset. That's exactly what's going on. And if we don't take action in Milwaukee, Atlanta, Philadelphia, any of those places, any swing state, mid-city, then this apparatus will be completed in your face. It will. And it won't be a regular conversation. We won't settle this at the ballot next time if it's like that. I'm just saying it. So, it's just my take, just my thoughts on what's going on.